Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I thought I would share a little bit of the DVR. Actually, I'll share the whole DVR from the flight in the previous video. Had some people ask about that. They wanted to see, how the signal was. So I'm going to show you the DVR here. But before I show you the DVR and kind of talk while it's showing, kind of wanted to give you a rundown on the drone that I'm flying. This is an Acrobat. Actually, it's a slightly different than Acrobat. This is the Acrobat's bottom plate, but these side plates are from a clone that I got on Amazon. And the reason that I use those instead of the Acrobat plates is they're a little bit taller, so it gives me a little more space for the O3. So you could fit an O3 in the Acrobat. There is space for it, but not with this particular TPU mount. You'd have to do something slightly different, I think, to make that work. And you'll notice the props are kind of beat up on this thing. And that was the video from the video running. These props kind of beat up and everything. So if you see some jitters or whatever, that's mostly from that. And maybe some of it from shaky hands. It was a little hot that day, and I was kind of shaky when I was flying. Anyways, there is a downside I have found with the O3 system, and this is a biggie, and it may keep you from getting the O3. Just want you to be warned. The one big downside is you're going to cook your lipo because you're having too much fun flying. You forget to stop. Yeah, which is what I basically do with this DVR. So I'm going to show you the DVR, and you can watch through all that. But yeah, man, this thing is, I am loving it. I'm loving being able to just kind of cruise and fly and not think about it. And you'll notice as we're going through all of this flight here, the megabits there, or whatever it is, the throughput there is staying like in the upper 40s up to 50, and then it gets really low at one point when I'm way off in the distance and I go past some trees, and you'll see there's a car that's parked under some trees. That area out there is actually slightly lower. It's a slightly lower level than where I'm at, because it kind of goes downhill just a little bit there, and then there's a big mound of dirt that you can see there on the right. There's a bunch of old dead orange trees and stuff, and that's kind of built up. That ground's kind of built up a bit there. So when I'm over in that area, I'm actually kind of below the signal. Has to kind of go through the ground and through all those trees and all that dead brush and everything through there. So the signal gets a little bit weak. It drops down when I turn around. It drops down to less than 10 megs, but you can still see the image still looks really good. I saw the less than 10. I was like, I better be, or it was like 12, 11, and I was like, man, I better like turn around. I don't want to push this all the way there because I don't feel like walking. Right. I wasn't worried about losing anything. I just didn't want to walk because it's a bit of a hike from where I was at. So I kind of turned around and came back, and the megabits quickly came right back up. But the signal was still good. I mean, the image still looked good even with the really low megabits. That's one thing I've noticed with this O3. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot. I guess it's the 265 encoding or something. It doesn't take as many megabits to get a really good image. But man, when you got full, you got really good image. It's crazy good. I am loving this thing. It is so much fun, and I'm looking forward to taking this thing and finding some new spots to fly that I wouldn't normally have flown, because they're not all that interesting for freestyle, but they're really fun to like cruise. So there's some spots that I've been around. I've flown a little bit before, because sometimes some of them have some good spots that are a little bit of good freestyle, but what I'm enjoying with this now is just the exploring aspect and being able to like just cruise long lines and give you something different all the time, instead of the same flippy floppies over the same objects 50 different ways. There's only so many flippy floppies you can do in a spot. Although I've been impressed with my buddy Austin Alford, Austin Inspired. If you watch any of his stuff, he can take a really small area and do these crazy Maddies and trippies and all this kind of stuff, and just keep flowing around a simple object like over and over and over. Him and Ox Plume, they do crazy stuff in like a really small area with not a lot of interesting stuff necessarily, but they take it and they go around it so many different ways. Crazy. But anyways, I digress. So I hope you enjoyed watching the DVR and checking all of that stuff out, and hopefully you guys are enjoying some of the different content here, and we'll see what we can come up with next. I've got the game that I'm working on. I've just got to finish that thing. I posted on the community tab, and if you're not following the community tab, you need to follow that and keep up with that. Anyways, I'm gonna try to post there every day. Anyways, trying to get that game done. My son's been harping on me to get it finished because he's got some games he wants to work on and wants me to help him work on with. So we're going to try to do that. But anyways, I want to get this game done, get it out there, and then when I do, you know, I'll make a little video about it and tell you where you can get it. If there's enough interest, I'll do it for iPhone as well, but it primarily be Android. iPhone, I don't really want to do. It costs me extra money. But if there's enough interest and you guys really want it, and a bunch of you have iPhones and you want to get it, then I'll invest the $100 or so it is for the developer license for Apple and release it on the App Store for Apple. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Never stop flying, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.